Good morning. Good morning. Gabrielle here. I'm back. So, how's everyone? I would like to say thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and your comments. I do appreciate it all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you coming along for this journey. Yes, 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 yes. I'm getting that Phil Collins shit. What did I call it before the police? I can feel it calling in the air tonight. I got the Knight of Swords and the Empress out here. Oh shit. We got the King of Cups, the Four of Pence, the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Wands. Action. Action. That's what I'm getting. Getting action. Knight of Swords, he coming. Coming to claim his shit. Take control. Yes, indeed. Got Kevin Gates there. Yes, indeed. Alright, no problem. I think that's the artist, and it's a song with a bunch of rappers on it. Got a yellow Ferrari, same color as Pikachu, won't even peek at you. Yo. Is that a caution? Yellow? I've never even seen a yellow Ferrari. I thought that was like a Lamborghini color. You know, Ferraris are red, Lamborghinis are yellow or green, in my opinion. Sorry, that's just my opinion on the matter of high-end luxury cars. So somebody come take charge of this mental situation. You know, because the sword, swords is mental. So we have someone come take charge. They're getting their shit together. I did it again. Just check. Just gonna toss that in there. It was the Ace of Swords, which is very appropriate. That's what's back here in this Knight of Swords, the Sword of Truth. The Sword of Truth. Can you wield it? It's like the stone, the sword and the stone, right? King Arthur. Only who was meant, you know what I mean? Pure of heart. Someone whose heart would pass the scale test, a feather to be measured, and only the innocence of a child truly could ever pass that. And it takes you back to what Christ said in the Bible. Come to him like unto children or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I forget. It's early. But you must be like a child. The innocence and purity of a child. Not saying that you've committed no sin, but not becoming jaded. Not becoming jaded. That's what I interpret that as. The ends justify the means. Today's prey will be tomorrow's hunter. That's the Knight of Swords. You know, like I said, they coming. They coming to get what's theirs. Are you a prize? Are you inside of a Cracker Jack? Are you the golden ticket? This game of cat and mouse? And I only use that reference, right, because a mouse is small, but it's a rodent, and it's a member of the same family that rats belong to. And I've seen rats hunt cats on the internet, but I've seen it. Just saying. So tables do turn, and the prey becomes the hunter, and the hunter becomes the prey, just like they're saying here. So whereas you were probably pursuing this person before, right? I mean, hard. You was the hunter. Runner, chaser, twin flame type shit, right? That's kind of what this Knight of Swords is signifying. The runner, chaser aspect of the twin flame journey. Where you were the chaser before, now your ass is running. And here they come to chase. Huh. Interesting, darlings, interesting. Alright, so now we got this King of Cups, right? And the Four of Pentacles. Oh, he's looking at his little pet. He want to stroke his pet. He all regal in his finest duds with his heart on his sleeve. That's what that cup is. It's like representative of his heart on his sleeve. There is a surprise coming. Surprise communication, a surprise visit, a pop-up, something. There is a surprise on the way, Somebody got a visitor coming. Yeah. It's a passionate surprise. It's that Four of Pentacles is. Pleasure is like hot coals. It does not flame, yet it burns. Somebody coming to stoke your fire. Oh. Hopefully got one of those instruments, the puffer you saw back in the day. They would, blow air into the fire to get it going again. Yeah. Interesting. And the Three of Swords. It's saying bringing attention, to incompatibilities before you call an end to it. So somebody gonna spring up on you, trying to rekindle things, and it looks like somebody's gonna reject the notion because they don't want to deal with the relationship anymore. Yeah. And it's saying that before you call it quits, you should, discuss things. Maybe figure out why things aren't working. I mean, that's rational, right? That is rational. Are emotions rational? Just saying. I'm not saying they're wrong, but I think first to examine why you feel the way you do. I mean, if you haven't gone through the whole pros and cons list, maybe you should do that. Maybe you should do that. Yeah. Like in this card here, right? There's 3 people in it. So, I mean, a major incompatibility is that somebody likes strange and another person's not comfortable with that. Maybe somebody wants an open relationship, another person doesn't. That's a hell of an incompatibility. Is that an impasse? Can an agreement be reached? Is there an accord? Why is the relationship drained? Why is it empty? Good questions. Are you yourself bored? Are they bored? Has it just gotten stale? I mean, are you clinging? Like, are you torn? Like, that sort of stuff, Question your own reluctance. I know me personally, the idea of open relationships is interesting. It is. It really fucking is. I can't even front. And in theory, I do like the concept. In theory. I think things need to start that way, personally. I do. I'm just I'm not good with change in the middle. But I think if your relationships are started that way, or maybe for whatever reason a split was a split happened and that's the only way it can come back together. I know me personally, I wouldn't be able to salvage the relationship. I just wouldn't, because there were problems. There were problems that arose, and I'm just not built that way. I'm growing as a human being. Yeah. And I'm not knocking those in those situations. I'm not. I think I would be better with brother husbands. I couldn't be a sister wife, but I could have, and I know that's hypocritical, but I have a lot of masculine energy. And so I think that's probably why that appeals to me. I couldn't be part of somebody's harem. I will not be your number two. I will only be the number one. Like, there will be no number two. It's like that Highlander shit. There can be only one. But again, I will say that if it's set up that way, then that's fine. But I don't see how things, at least from how I view life and relationships, could ever progress to anything more serious. It is a baffling concept to me, and lots of people do it, and I'm, again, not knocking them. I'm possessive and I'm controlling to a degree, and what's mine is mine, and I don't ever want to have to think twice about another person having been with my person. I mean, this is a lot of threes out here, so whoever this is that's on their way, this is the affair. This is the person that was on the outside. I see that. I got the Three of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Empress out here. If I had the High Priestess, I'd be like, yep, jackpot, Yahtzee. But anyway. Yeah. And this person is someone from the past. As you can see, the Six of Cups out here. They've been reflecting. They've been longing and wishing. And see the two doves down here? Birds mate for life. Y'all know the new cover of the Time magazine has some new medical notable mentions on it. What's jumping out to me is 3 biological parents. And I know, right now, that's funny. Because it's like, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting Jerry Springer. I think it was Jerry Springer or Steve Wilkos. They had this one chick on there. They must have tested 18 dudes and couldn't find the baby daddy. It got so bad where the dudes they were bringing on the show was just starting to call the baby a community baby. Like, she had so much nut in her, right? Just so much. They created a super kid. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of Monica in your life, a little bit. That's evil as shit. But when you see shit like this, right? when you see someone in the middle, and I see two men coming after this Empress. Got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And I got some heavy, in this deck for me, this Queen of Swords is my online stalking card. Like somebody's on the social media profiles. Somebody's looking hard. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, they've been reminiscing. But, you know, if you're not careful, it's going to be a Jerry Springer baby. A collective baby. It's going to be 3 biological fucking parents. Say, let me stop playing. That shit would be funny. Oh, leave it to the hoods, right? And again, I say this isn't new, the 3 biological parents. Let me just say that. I want to say maybe 15 years ago in the UK, there were 2 parents that every time they would have had a child, every child would have been born with the same genetic mutation. Yeah, they genes just created a non-viable life. Now, I think they should have just taken the hint. I think probably they were too closely related, to be quite frank. And that was one thing that in the story they didn't touch on. But anyway, that's just what I think about that. That the reason why they needed a donor egg, yeah, that's what it was. They took a donor egg and they stripped all the donor's DNA from it. How they do that? Fuck if I know. And then they took, well, they not everything. They didn't take everything. They left, I want to say, almost like neutral, if there's such a thing as neutral genes. The genes that weren't viable, that were causing the mutation from the mother, they left in the donor egg, and they deactivated or removed, however that shit works, y'all. But either way, via a donor egg and the collaboration of the 2 original biological parents, they were able to create a child. Yeah. Frankenstein. Petri dish babies. We getting real close to designer kids, y'all. Shit. Got Swedes with microchips. We in the end times. I tell you, I didn't just come to this conclusion. I remember being a kid in high mass in parochial school. It was a Wednesday. It was always a Wednesday. Excuse me as I sip my coffee. And I had an epiphany. I was praying. And I remember looking up to the cathedral of the church, to the pitch, and literally saying, oh my God, we're going to see it in my lifetime. Oh my God. Like, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I was a child. I don't even think I was 13 yet. And it was around Easter. Because I remember them walking us around through the Stations of the Cross. And as beautiful as the art is, and as graphic as the art is, the juvenile mind cannot wrap around exactly what they were describing, the horror and the torture, what they were trying to convey. I tell you, Mel Gibson did a bang-up job in Passion of the Christ. You want to go like first-person experience? That right there. That movie will pull you. I tell you one thing, when I finished that movie, I was angry. I never need to see it again, by the way. Never. Once was enough. Because again, as you heard, I was in parochial school, so I'm very well familiar. But to illustrate the brutality that our Lord and Savior suffered on behalf of us. Watch the movie. And I don't care if it's not your faith. Just the idea that one man, one person would subject themselves to that. It's humbling. We hear people all the time talk about, oh, I take a bullet, da da da. Yeah, this is different. He allowed himself to be tortured. A bullet's quick. The suffering. We've all suffered for people that we love in some way, shape, or form by choice. By choice. The sacrifices, the consideration, the selflessness. I'm not even talking about your children. I'm just talking about the people you end up having children with. Your parents, your siblings, your nieces, your nephews. Unconditional love and the sacrifices that ensue of it. Anyway, I apologize for that. I gotta learn to put my phone on silent. I'm gonna ignore it because I don't feel like doing 2 videos a day. But anyway, so we have someone really feeling nostalgic, reflecting. This is their soulmate. I mean, truly. You got the socks here, the peace doves here, mates, reflecting on something that brought them peace, something that made them happy, something that fit. Something that fit. And the way he's behind her, see the hesitation? Like he's got one hand on her, like he's holding on, but the other hand is afraid. There's hesitation. But it's like, the hesitation isn't because, it's almost like, you ever want something so bad and it's delicate, and if you grab it, you might break it? That's kind of what I get from that 2 of Pentacles. See, embarrassment. Embarrassment, uncertainty, unease, and the fear of getting involved must be overcome. Yeah, they've got to face their fear. You can see it. I mean, look. I mean, you could just, so drawn, 1 foot towards one. There's like, it's literally still the juggler. It's still the juggler. Yeah, and then the 10 of Cups, attachment. He's got to take action to ease all the hesitation, the uncertainty. Got to communicate. Their apprehension about reaching out is what's holding everything up. Their own fear. And if this is resonating with you, I would ask that to send light, love, and peace in their direction if this resonates with you. I mean, shit, they watching your online profile, so, I mean, if you want, make a post, a vague one. They'll get. But I personally, I wouldn't. Because it's like, there's courage needed. And you can't keep interfering. You want the emperor for the empress. Yeah, you see some kings out here, right? But no. I would need to see all 4 kings. and I don't. And so that's not how you want them to show up. So you can chum the water if you want, but I don't recommend chumming the water. I say continue to sit pretty. Keep shining. Keep doing you. He coming. She coming. You know, energies are interchangeable. They're coming. But are they coming for passion only? Or are they coming to stay? And then you have the Three of Wands. And this is something about the red ribbon connection. Excuse me. Kissing. That's funny. Craving and nostalgia. These two cards go together. The Six of Cups and the Three of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, I still see a holding back of communication. If I read it down, I still see that like they want to. They really, really want to, but they're hesitating. But they're watching you and they all fucking juiced up. Trying to call you in. Trying to use the laws of attraction and shit. With this black candle and these push pins. Solitude is not death. An undesired partner must be sent away, even at the cost of breaking your own heart. Yeah. Yeah. Interference. Told you I sensed this. The third party energies all over this reading. Interference. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. That's why I said the idea appeals to me. But that's not fair to anybody, you know, sister wives, brother husbands, that sort of shit. Can't do that. You jam your blessings up. And then you can't beat a Drake song. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Yeah. See, I told you. Don't reach out. It says fear. Fear increases the distance, and pursuing your partner will do no good. Happiness is born of mutual effort to move towards each other. Right. Bitch, sit on your throne. Do not do anything. If anything, keep clearing your energy. Keep cutting people out your life that no longer serve you. You know, removing anything that could stand in the way of true connection and happiness and anything that could bring in fidelity. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Stay on the throne. That's what I could tell you about this. Stay on the throne. Don't fucking move. Do not reach out. Do not pass go. If you pass go, guess what? You could look at this like a game of Monopoly. You're going to roll a 10. And you know where your ass is going? Right to jail. So don't do it. Sit still. Sit still, princess. It's working. Whatever you're doing, the silence, it's working. But you got lingering energies around, whether on their part or your part. I would almost say you. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe everybody got a side piece. But that's not what you want to do. my advice is cut the strings. You know how when you ever see somebody make a garment, there's always these extra strings everywhere. They gotta go back through and snip, 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 snip. Cut the cords. Get rid of the third-party energies. Alright, guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Love you.